think it was the In-N-Out, because that's the only thing I ate that day. For those who don't know, I only eat like about once a day because I have no control over my life.
You gotta.
And so I ate In-N-Out. And the thing was, part of it, I thought it was because, well, I didn't know this at the time, but like when I came back home and I was talking to my friends the next day, they were like, "Oh yeah, you're never supposed to mix coffee and burgers."
Why?
Apparently, it gives you like the absolute worst case, the bubble, like diarrhea. It's like mixing shrimp and ice cream.
Isn't it like milk and watermelon also?
I don't know about that one.
Dairy and watermelon will also give you like indigestion and can give you diarrhea and stuff like that. That's
okay.
That's my parents were always like never mix it. And then I was like I thought that was a myth, but like a little like a few years ago I googled it and it's like an actual thing.
It's like
it gives you
bubble gut.
Yeah, basically it gives you bubble gut. But I didn't know burgers and coffee. That's weird because you'd think like someone goes to a diner and they're like, you want me to top up your coffee? And
like IHOP.
Thanks, miss. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also like at In-N-Out, I've had burgers and coffee.
It might have just been food poisoning.
It might have just been food poisoning. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure. But burgers and coffee apparently is like an actual thing, from what I know. From what I now know. But the thing is that I also drank the coffee like 20 minutes before the burger.
Huh.
Like 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. And it was weird. Like I was like stuck in the bathroom, and like I was at the bathroom at the Walgreens where we set up, right?
Oh Jesus!
And some dude was like knocking on the door. Like I just got in there. I was in there for like 3 minutes. Yeah. And like
he's hassling you already.
Yeah, and he was like trying to like open it, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, busy." And he was like, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he just stood on the corner of like the outside area of like the stall, just like right there, like still inside the bathroom obviously, but like kind of like in the corner. And I was just there trying to like not die from the immense pain that my stomach was going through. Just felt like a molten iron like ball running through my intestines.
Jesus. No, I mean I'm googling it, but I can't find anything about like burgers and coffee because there's even it's showing me recipes for coffee burgers.
Burgers.
It might have just been food poisoning, honestly. Like some of them might have not handled something, might have not been cooked all the way.
Also, none of the In-N-Out people were wearing masks.
Where was this? Fucking Riverside or something?
Fuck, dude, no. It was in Beaumont, California.
How far is that?
It's about an hour and a half away.
North or south? North, right?
North, I think.
Yeah. Jesus, Northern California people.
It's like a relatively undeveloped area. Not gonna lie. Like it's so recent and like new type of property.
In-N-Out.
They just like Google Maps when you go like see like the street view
doesn't even show it.
Doesn't show like there's like a whole little like marketplace right there. Like it's legitimately just like plains desert things like on Google Maps. They haven't even updated it yet. That's how fresh this is.
Oh, okay.
It's like they don't in Google Maps they don't even have like the block thing outlined for the for where all the stores go. Like you know how sometimes you see construction and stuff, like how the Target is right here.
Yeah,
it's not even that yet.
Oh my god,
there hasn't been enough time for Google Maps to update it. Like it's such a like a remote like out of nowhere kind of area.
Yeah,
the street vendor tacos are bomb though. Not gonna lie, although they kicked them out. Like yeah, because we were at the Walgreens, right, and we were. Obviously, when we first set up there, no one was set up there.
Yeah.
It was just us. There were no tacos. There were no nothing.
No one was copying you guys.
Exactly. And so...
It's my spot.
And so we started setting up there, right?
Get the Mexicans out of here.
Exactly. Get the goddamn Mexicans. And then next week we come... And there's like a giant stall, like literally like 4 or 5 tents long, of just tacos,
Vendors?
like a taqueria.
Oh, okay.
Just one vendor tacos, but they're taking up like a whole part of the sidewalk. Yeah. And we're like, all right, we don't care. We're not gonna be like, hey, this is our spot and get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Get a bunch of like, I don't know, like 6 foot, 20 pound, 200 pound Mexicans behind us, like, get out of here. This is our turf. Nah. We're not about to do all that.
Just show them the pea stains by the tree. Be like, I marked my territory, sir.
Yeah, exactly. This is where I threw up, the other day.
Exactly, because of the food poisoning.
It's food, exactly. No, dude, that's the other thing. Like, I was like busy, like I was like out of the Walgreens bathroom, right? I was like, hurry up, trying to make a turtle, because someone like good customer, way good, super good customer, came by, and I was like, okay, gotta make this, and I was like already drenched in sweat, and I was like. And then like I started feeling something, and I was like, Oh no! And I
gotta
just
go to
dropped
the
everything. I ran to like the sidewalk and just like
threw up?
projectile.
Oh, fuck.
Just, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Okay, I think that's over." And my stomach still felt bad. I started walking towards the van, and then just again.
Wait. So you got food poisoning over there?
I was over there. That's why I was in the Walgreens
Damn.
bathroom.
No, I know that, but I'm like, I was gonna say like, did you feel bad beforehand? But it was just like you
was-
ate over there, and then food poisoning.
Yeah,
basically.
and I hadn't eaten anything
Jesus.
the whole day before, so I was
Yeah.
like perfectly fine. I was like, all right, I'm getting hungry.
Dude, one time this cunt doctor told me that that wasn't a thing. That she was like, because I in the morning, so Sunday, right? I'm at work, and then I have like Pollo Loco, whatever, right? And I'm perfectly fine. I had it at like 4 o'clock or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And I didn't eat anything for dinner. And in the morning, I come in for a Monday morning meeting at Metro, perfectly fine. You know, I go to the bathroom in the morning normally, I'm fine. And then I hit up Hector, and I'm like, "Hey, Hector, you want to go get like breakfast?" He's like, "Sure." And so we meet up at like Bob's Big Boys, and I eat there. And then like maybe 10-15 minutes after we're like done eating, I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was like, I go over to the bathroom, and I'm just like, and there's just like water, like straight up water. And I was like, I got fucking food poisoning. And then so I'm like there, right? And then I text Hector like, Hector, I think I got food poisoning. And it sucks too, because I'm like, I should have been like, I want a refund or something, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
my friend's stuck in the bathroom. He got fucking food poisoning. And I didn't even take the leftovers. Like
Yeah,
that's how obviously
yeah.
that's how bad it was. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking eat these
Oh,
leftovers.
you always take leftovers,
Of course,
except
except when you get food poisoning. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, Jesus, I'm leaking right now. So then I get out, and I'm like, okay, hopefully it was just that. I don't know, you know, might just be like morning nervous guts. Who knows? And then I get in the car with Hector, and Hector was driving. That's the thing. Hector was driving.
okay.
And so Hector drives us back, and he's like, and I'm like, my hands start to sweat, and I'm like, oh no. And we're like, we're still like 5 or 6 minutes from my house, but we're about to pass Hector's house, and I'm like, Hector, can we stop at your house real quick? And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. Can we just stop at your house? He's like, okay. And then I'm like, and his is upstairs, dude. And I'm like going upstairs. My legs, I'm like this. I'm like going up the stairs, and I'm like basically crawling, and then I waddle over to the bathroom, and then I'm like, again, right? Fucking pure water. And I'm like, fuck, man. And so I tell my manager, who had just seen me earlier perfectly healthy that day, I'm like, tell the manager, like, hey, I can't make it in, I got food poisoning. He's like, what? But you were fine this morning. I'm like, dude, I know, but I don't know, something I just ate. And I went to like one of the little clinics, like not a real doctor place, right? A little clinic.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably my first mistake.
That was
right?
the first mistake, yeah.
I go to a little clinic, and they give me like they're like, oh, it's like food poisoning, dehydration, something like that, because I've just been shitting water.
Yeah.
And then the lady's like, yeah, it might just be an upset stomach, something like that.
Upset stomach,
And-
bitch! You fucking leaking through your asshole.
Exactly.
What?
Like that's the thing. Like I don't remember the last time I've thrown up. No, I do remember the last time. Well, I remember one of the last times I threw up because it was so memorable. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I tell her like, no, I think it's food poisoning because I had something, and then like a little while later, and she's like, and I exploded a little while later. Like I got sick, and I hadn't eaten anything else. And she's like, no, it couldn't have happened that quick. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, of course it can. Like
What?
you can 100% feel the effects of food poisoning like 10-15 minutes afterwards.
That's
because
normally
your
when
body-
you feel it.
because your body will evacuate. Like when you take a normal dump, you eat, right? And then like 6 to 8 hours later, you'll have to go to the bathroom because that's how long it takes to process it. But when
Yeah.
it's food poisoning, your body's trying to get it out like that, which is why it comes out like water, and which is nothing's processed. It's just like, right?
Just
Exactly.
get rid of everything.
Exactly. Your body, that's like saying, oh, I ate something and I threw up. Well, it couldn't have been the food. Like that's what she was basically saying.
That's so dumb. Like the first time I ever got food poisoning, it was like 30 minutes after I had
Immediate.
eaten it. Like it was literally just a walk from fucking from Pollo Loco to over here,
Jesus.
and just like on that walk, just the second I got here, just
Run.
just run to the
Yeah.
bathroom. Just
Yeah. You know it's faster than the speed of light?
your diarrhea shits.
Yeah. Because by the time you get up to turn on the light, you've already shit yourself.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I feel like that one's better in Spanish. Every joke is funnier in
Every
Spanish.
joke is funny in Spanish.
But
But that's because you
sounds
got the romanticized language.
honestly, yeah, it's like romántico. Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
You gotta roll the R's in diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, English just sounds so crude.
No, wait, people who don't understand Spanish just like diarrhea, and they're like,
Honestly.
like when Dexter in Dexter's laboratory when Dexter's speaking French and everyone's like
Omelette de fromage, and it's like cheese omelet. Everyone's fucking crooning themselves over it, and it's like
diarrhea.